Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie Biparteets Hun Chan.
And I'm Dixie Lynn. I know, right? Welcome back to... are we in the same room? Ma'am.
Hey, girl. Oh, my God. Hey, JB.
Is this what The Matrix was?
JB.
No, I've never seen... Yeah, she's not going to come bite your eyelash off. I've never seen The Matrix, but I assume this is what it was about. It was just two drag queens sitting close to each other talking about TV.
Mm-hmm. Virtual couch surfing. Very simple concept. Didn't like the movie. Do love Keanu, though.
Mm-hmm. He's doing a lot for America. So it is I Love America episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. So I don't know, Chan, if you remember, but when we did our Amazon shopping and people chose our outfits, this was one of the outfits that people could choose from.
Oh.
And it didn't win, but I bought it anyway because it was so cheap. I have to say, after putting it on, thank you for those who did not vote for it, because this is terrible.
I think it's
Can you imagine? Oh, no, but you can't see it up close. This is just straight rayon. This is 100% rayon. Look at this hat. It's so sad.
It's a Halloween costume.
I put paper towels in it. I think I might have to take this off. I'm sorry to the child who made this hat. I apologize. It's not your best work.
I think that bow tie is real cute, though. I like that bow tie, that collar.
Thank you. It's choky, so it works for me, sexually at least. I bought it because I was like, oh, I could always use a patriotic costume for some of my special Republican clients. But I hate it. Oh God, now that I took that out, I have a giant rayon-shaped hole in my hair.
Hole.
So how are you? My pet, JB, she's been fine. She hasn't multiplied at all. How's Kiki?
So, I was once an auntie, then I became a mother, and now I'm a grandmother. Grandmother Chan now.
What?
On the night of 4/20,
beautiful
Kiki gave live birth to 4 baby kittens.
Oh my
4 baby kittens.
God.
I did not know she was pregnant. No joke. I have never taken care of a cat before. I just thought her head was a little skinny. Okay, little skinny head cat. That's cute. Took her in. Gave live birth to 4 babies. Now her body's proportional to her head.
Wait.
She looks normal now.
Walk us through this. Where were you, what gave you the idea that something was up?
I heard her, meowing like crazy in my drag closet. I was like, what is she going through? She's probably, running through a wig or pooping on something. I see her with something in her mouth. I thought it was a little mouse. And I was like, ew, she has a mouse. There's a mouse in that house. I can't believe she found it. And why is she still playing with it? It's still alive. I go up closer. It's a little baby kitten. And then I'm looking at her. And then underneath her, she got 3 more hooked onto her nipples. I was like, hey, she just had kids.
I would have
low-key
died. What did you do? What did you do?
I was running to check if there were any spills of blood or anything. There weren't. And then I texted my friend Edwin, who was the person that found me the kitty. And I told him, hey, Kiki was pregnant. She gave birth to 4 baby kittens. He immediately FaceTimed me and we were just the whole time in shock. Couldn't believe it. We're proud of our girl. He asked me what I wanted to do with it. And I didn't know. So I just researched what I was supposed to be doing. And you're not supposed to separate kittens from their mothers for the first 8 weeks. So I got this girl living in my house with her kids for the next 2 months.
Oh my God.
I'm going to help raise these babies.
You don't even
until
know.
they're ready to be adopted.
You don't even know the baby daddy.
But you know what? I'm doing what the right thing is. I'm doing the right thing.
You're doing what any Christian grandmother would do.
And yes.
So are you naming them, or you don't want to get too attached?
I want to keep one. I'm going to keep the gray one because they can't be separated for some reason. Every time I take the gray one away from her, she loses it. So I'm going to name that one Boba. Little Boba.
I don't get it.
Boba! You know Boba, like the beverage?
Sure.
Like boba tea?
Oh, boba tea. Is boba a boy or a girl? I don't want to misgender. Gender's a construct.
I want them to decide. I want them to decide.
Okay, you're right. But the biological sex, are they male or female?
Big old nuts on that one. Giant nuts.
Do you have any females?
I think 2. Two females in there.
We may be in the mark. I may be able to convince Curtis.
Is your name on the market?
We may take one.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't that be cute? And they come visit each other?
That would be adorable. Yeah.
That'd be cute. I would have to see.
my
I don't
God.
know. I don't know. I think JB, I don't know if JB would be able to handle it. She's a sweet girl, but you know, she has a lot of energy.
She does.
I don't want
I've
another...
seen what she can do to a cardboard box.
Exactly. I don't want another Judy Garland 1. I can't go through that again.
That'd be tragic.
I did that once. The towers fell. I moved on. I can't do it again.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on their personalities and...
Yes, if you see any that are like super weird, that's... As you can tell with my collection of Alexis, I like to collect really weird, unwanted things.
Mammals.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Weird mammals. That's actually Alexis's, whenever she's on a show poster, Alexis Bevels, winner of season 1 of Camp Wanakiki, and then there's a question mark, because did anyone actually see that? And then underneath it, it'll say, weird mammal. Alexis is in our ears. She said that she's offended, but she's glad to be included. She also said, what was that, Alexis?
I've never had crabs.
She doesn't have crabs. All right, so we have a lot to get into this episode, so I say let's just do it.
Okay, let's get into it.
So first and foremost, Jan is gone.
Bye, Jan.
Jan.
Was slept on and finally let go.
Yeah, they woke up and they said, oh my God, we've been sleeping on this lady. We should send her home. I could see the imprint of my body on her body. She must leave. Bye, Jan. She'll be fine. She's stunningly beautiful and very good at drag.
You know, I'm surprised that the producers didn't push her as far as they should have, because she was kind of like the perfect Disney Channel actor for Drag Race. You know what I mean?
But do you know what I think it honestly is? This is, and again, we're getting into conspiracy theories because you know I love Tower 7. Tower 7. I heard that the Netflix, the Netflix UK, the Queen's Netflix, the Netflix that Diana would have watched, they are showing Drag Race with the initial edit, with the regular Sherry Pie edit. From what I hear, the storyline is not that Gigi takes all, it's that Sherry Pie and Gigi are going head to head. So the whole story this season is like, who's going to take it? Is it Sherry or Gigi? Sherry or Gigi?
Oh.
Which we're not seeing, thankfully. I think those were their front runners. Jan is such a strong drag queen. I think she's getting the Miss Cracker edit, where they're like, this isn't her time because we already have our front runners. Let's make her a fan favorite early out so we can bring her back for All Stars.
She is entitled to a seat at that table, the All Stars table. Well, she really does deserve that spot.
She's a very pretty white lady. She's entitled to anything she asks for.
Okay. Well, when you put it that way, give it to her.
Can't argue with that. That's just science.
Can't argue with that logic.
One thing that did make me giggle, though, is as they were talking about Jan being gone, Jada said she described Jan as a robot cheerleader baby bitch.
Barbie bitch, right?
Excuse me. Oh, was it Barbie? Did I write baby?
Barbie. I think it was robot cheerleader Barbie.
Oh, you know what? I was drinking while I was watching that. We get to the next day. Why did I write down Heidi Hydrates? Oh, because Rue changed her name.
She won.
Was it a joke?
I thought they were seriously trying to change the name.
I don't know. It may have been a joke, but either way, I love that we are, how many episodes in? 9? And we're still trying to figure out what Heidi's name is.
Is it really the 9th episode?
Yes. This has been on.
Something like that?
Yeah, this has been on for about 3 years now. So Rue walks in. Hello, hello, hello. The mini challenge. They are going to be Miss Kitty Girl 2020. Oh, now Chan. Your house is filled.
Triggered.
With kittens and cats right now.
Triggered.
The sponsor this episode, prettylitter.com. That is
I signed up immediately.
prettylitter.com. Do you know the benefits of prettylitter.com?
No.
So what it does, according to the minimal research I did, thanks to my Dell, is based on the cat pee, it'll turn different colors if there's a deficiency in your cat's urine.
Oh, so it turns to like green, if it's blood, blue, if it's...
It was green and purple and red and blue and yellow and green and black and gray. I didn't dive that far into it, but according to prettylitter.com /propaganda, Yes, it can absolutely tell you if your kitten's kidneys are failing.
So, why is kitty litter the sponsor for this? I don't think I see the connection. Is it the kitty girl situation?
Yeah. It's hilarious. It's also, they said, yeah, we will sponsor it. And so Rue said, I can figure this out. I'll take it from here. If I can get natural gas from the earth, I can make this fit.
I also saw Violet Chachki do a little sponsored post for Pretty Litter. It's like, oh, okay, well, actually, you know what? Maybe I will buy this.
Did she? What was the post?
Cats.
What did she do?
Was
she using a litter box?
Hairless cat.
Oh.
She was not, but she should have.
Yeah.
But she should have.
Did you have a sandbox growing up?
No.
So we had a sandbox growing up because we were very, very rich. We could afford all of the sand. Now my dad built it. It was like trash bags and sand in a hole. And the neighborhood cats would use it as a litter box. You would think that would discourage us from playing in it, but you'd be wrong.
I would never play with them because my mom was like, they're dirty. Everything in there is probably like
they are
bugs and pee, and I just can't.
Bugs, pee, and cat shit. PrettyLitter.com.
PrettyLitter.com.
For all your bugs, pee, and cat shit needs.
And are you hot? Get a fan from Dirt Squirrel.
If I had a fan from Dirt Squirrel and I was shitting in my kitty litter box, my pretty litter box, girl, I'd be feeling fab, fit, and fun. They have to get into cat outfits. Heidi said she's a dog person, so she doesn't know how cats behave. Girl, I know you have Garfield in Georgia.
Right.
You got a Heathcliff.
You've seen a cat before.
You got a Felix.
You've seen what they do.
You've seen Catwoman.
Puss in Boots.
Get out of here. They were all in, some of them in very intricate cat costumes, which reminded me, because I had asked Dita on her show Details with Dita Ritz. In some of these mini challenges, you seem to have costumes for them. How is that possible? And she said the list that they send you includes runways and other looks. You just get a list of looks. You don't know if they're runways, if they're going to be mini challenges, they're going to be acting challenges. So you try to put together a look that is runway ready, but it could just be used for a mini challenge. And I think that's what this was.
Oh, okay.
Because did you see Gigi was in that like kind of face bikini? That was not a mini challenge look. That was ready for the runway. Yeah.
That was a really good look, too.
Can you imagine? Oh my God, I spent so much money on this cat look. Are we getting to the cat runway? And then Rue's like, thanks to PrettyLitter.com, you have 15 minutes to put on your cat look. Great, I spent $3,000 in 4 weeks. Great, okay. Yeah, no, I'll shit in a box on TV. I feel like we need to recognize again, as much as it pains me to do so, are my tits too low?
No, they're pretty perky.
Okay. Jada's quick drag. Again, so good. Another week of her getting in drag in 15 minutes, that would take me days.
I try not to think
like
about it.
Are you kidding?
She's got really good bone structure too, nice cheeks.
She's lucky. She's a hot boy, she's a hot girl. She can do it all. Gender's a construct, and it's not about to build a house on her face. Okay.
Oh.
I don't think that made sense, but I felt good saying it.
It sounded like it was supposed to make sense.
Jackie won the mini challenge because Rue was losing her shit the whole time Jackie was pretending to shit in a box.
Rue loves a little common denominator, fart, poop, titty, caca, all that.
She was like, oh, a cat is shitting in a box? That's hilarious. So Jackie won. Then we find out the maxi challenge is Tatiana's famous line.
Choices 2020.
Choices. They're going to have to debate. Now, we saw this in season 4. That was Dita's season. This was actually the episode that Dita got sent home on.
Oh my gosh. That was the episode with the iconic line, she is ugly and I am at peace with that.
Yes.
Iconic.
Talking about Alexis. Iconic. They cut to Crystal and Jada as they were like talking about the challenge. And so they just started saying political terms to one another, which at first Jada couldn't think of one. So she just repeated debate, which is in the title of the challenge, which I laughed at. I was like, ha, that's ridiculous. And then I thought, wait, what's a political term? Oh, I got it. Debate. Wait.
Debate.
No.
Are you a political person?
You know what? I mean,
drag is political. Your
Drag
existence is political, mama.
This is political.
This
okay?
is political.
Girl,
that wig, that hairline is political. Sorry.
No one buys this Halloween costume and wears it with such fervor unless they're political, okay? Then Rue comes in for her walk around. She is accompanied by political analyst, Republican candidate for Congress, Raven.
It's Raven Hunty.
She looks stunning.
I don't know a more beautiful woman. Honestly, make the blueprint for drag.
Raven.
Her face is so influential. You know what I mean?
So beautiful, so stunning.
So stunning. She does Rue's
Raven
makeup,
is
right?
stunning. Mm-hmm. I will agree. I think someone tweeted out, like, was she in a bathing suit? I did kind of want to see more from Raven.
You wanted to see her stunt hard?
Yeah, because she's so stunning. And she brings it on fashion runway photo watch it time.
Yeah, you clearly watch Fashion Photo Review.
Yes.
And she's also so funny. Just very
so
easy
funny.
To talk
well,
to
and if you forget, Rue will remind you by laughing like a psycho anytime she said anything.
Lungs bursting.
Like
anytime.
El DeBarge himself had told a joke. That is how hard she was laughing.
What was Raven saying that was so funny? GAP to GOP, make the GOP a GAP or something like that.
Yeah, so it was Heidi. Rue had given her the idea of like, are you doing anything with your Gap? And then Raven said, fuck the GOP, get into GAP.
AP.
Now Rue
screams
with
that
excitement,
so
like she had just fracked the most valuable gas.
Like she had
out
just
of Wyoming.
struck oil.
Then we do go to Gigi, where she says that she's too anxious for politics. I'm gonna put on my old lady hat.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I have to just throw it away. This is my old
Go ahead, school the girl, because I know you gotta go in.
Hat.
Go ahead, school the girl.
No, I'm trying to be understanding. I think anyone who says, especially in today's politics, anyone who says that they are too anxious for politics and so they stay out of it, that draws a lot of ire. And I understand that because we are not in a time where you can just ignore politics unless you are born with certain privilege. And that allows you to ignore it because it doesn't affect you.
Oh, hello.
And that's tough. To play a little bit of devil's advocate, Gigi is 12 years old. She just learned about the executive branch in 8th grade yesterday. She's young. She's thrust onto this international platform. And then it's like, are you political? Yeah, she's a kid. I don't know what I would have said at 21.
I think there's a lot of people my age that are really engaged with politics and really want to see change happen. We're catching the conclusion of boomers. Like I don't see myself owning a home anytime soon. And that should get me upset. Or purchasing a car in my near future. Like that should make a lot of us upset.
My dad is actually older than boomers. He's technically whatever was before boomers. And my mom is a boomer. So I come from that, like, my political beliefs when I was a kid were their political beliefs because I didn't know any better. My first vote was for John Kerry. I voted against Bush. I was so nervous to do that because we were such a Republican household and because Democrat was like a 4-letter word. Yeah. I was shaking when I did it. Like looking over my shoulder, like I thought Jesus was gonna come down on a cloud and punch me in the face and call me a fag. Do you remember your first big election?
The first one I participated in was Trump versus Hillary.
Wowza.
Mm-hmm. That was a really strange time because I was in college at the time and I was in this program called Comedy Studies and we stayed up with our team writing like late night jokes because the next day was like a late night practice day and we were trying to write like jokes based off of Hillary's win and we already had all these punchlines set up and then as soon as Trump won, everyone like was dead quiet. People were hiding in corners, calling their moms, crying, stressing out.
Girl, I was dressed as Hillary Clinton at Sidetrack that night. Every time we'd lose a state, I'd go up and I'd be like, that's okay, that's okay. We still have this other big state, don't you worry. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. It got to the point I would get up on stage and people would like boo, people were crying. Finally, Sidetrack was like, you can go. To all of the people who made fun of people for crying when Trump was elected, look at the world.
Look where we're at.
Now you're crying. Okay. Gigi makes some sort of joke about politics. She just lets it come in one ear and go out the next. So Rue, she's been getting real dirty this season. So she's like, I prefer you to come on my tits.
Okay.
So anyway, so I picked myself up off the floor because I was laughing so hard. Then they go to talk to Widow, and Raven asks Widow, do you have a prescription for those shoes? Biscuit baskets.
To coin the term, biscuit basket. Wow.
Biscuit baskets. Well, I don't think she coined the term, but she definitely made us all aware of it.
She spoke truth
baskets.
into Widow, saying, well, you're preparing to be in the bottom, so you're going to be in the bottom. I was like, facts. Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's actually, every time I get in drag, I'm like, is this what I want to be eliminated in? And I just, that's where my head is. Rue, during the walk around, called Jackie J. Cox, which I have to say, I would buy her mixtape.
Pretty good nickname.
Come on, J. Cox.
Honestly, Cox.
Do you have a nickname?
Me? Chan.
That's your name.
Oh. What's your nickname?
T-Rex.
Oh, yeah. I see that for you.
When they get to Crystal, Raven's like, is this the mullet? This is the famous mullet.
It has built an empire, yeah.
This is the first time Rue has seen a mullet outside of Feel the Beat of the Rhythm of the Night.
So you think it's more than just the mullet with Rue's attraction to Crystal?
Well,
the glasses.
I wasn't saying that, but you know what? Whatever it takes to get ahead.
Whatever it takes to get ahead. It's a cute industry. Welcome to LA.
They announced that they are going to film their debate with guest judges Rachel Bloom and Jeff Goldblum.
Wow. They got money.
Wow. She's the fag hag that we all loved in high school.
Oh yeah, the musical theater
she was
talents.
your best friend.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. She was so talented. She was non-threatening because you knew that she knew that you were gay, even though you didn't say you were gay. Mm-hmm. She respected it, and she wasn't going to try to fuck you.
And she'll be your beard if you need.
So, appreciated Rachel Bloom. Jeff Goldblum, so quirky, so hot.
Kind of hot.
And weird. So the whole time he'd be like, I can, well, I mean, if you want, I can come now. If you want me to come in you, I can. So we go to the next day. They're getting ready for the debate. They're getting all painted up. Jackie puts on her executive producer Jackie Wolf hat. She's like, so, how's everyone's you vote? Is everyone's family? You voting? Everyone's family voting? What's
well, for me.
Yeah, Crystal's like, my parents voted for Trump, which I get a girl, mine did too. Did you try to talk to your parents at all before the election, or were you just like, I'm not doing that?
I talked to my mom. I was like, you're a refugee. You remember how hard it was for you to get to this country and how important it was for you to become a U.S. citizen. And she was like, you're right. Yeah, we need to be here for everyone going through it because they're running from war, and we did that once too. I was like, I'm glad you agree. And then the next day she calls me and she was like, you know what you said to me, I think you just kind of tricked me into agreeing with like Democrats. I talked to your dad and I was just like, that's just how Democrats think. They manipulate you. I'm like, what? What is this conspiracy thinking? Like, why would I try to manipulate you? But yeah, they voted for Trump.
I called my mom and I was talking to her about how, like, does your Christian faith really align with what this man does? Like, you say Christianity is so important to you. Does it align with what this man does? And she said no. And it took me an hour to convince her to finally vote for him.
To vote for who?
Trump. But I did it. I made sure she was safe.
Your hard work. Mm-hmm. America smiles on you.
We also find out, like, because of the travel ban, Jackie's family has suffered. Her aunt can't travel here. Widow talks about fearing for her life in Missouri. I hope that someone was watching and what Jackie said or what Widow said really hit them, really stuck with them. I don't know if it changed their mind, but if it can at least stay in the back of their mind as they continue to have these conversations. I'm talking to Alexis specifically. Alexis, did you hear all that?
I've never had crabs.
No, she doesn't have crabs. Let's take it to the runway for Rue. Run, Rue, run, Rue.
What was Rue wearing? Oh, yeah,
Xanadu.
she had that. What did it,
Xanadu. She was dressed like kind
What's
of
that?
Xanadu-y. It is the movie musical starring Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, I know her.
And Gene Kelly. It is a musical where they are in a roller rink. They're on roller skates. It became a Broadway musical starring Cheyenne Jackson. That's what shot Cheyenne Jackson to fame. Cheyenne Jackson has giant thighs.
Okay, ooh.
That he can murder me with.
Ooh, you like thighs, huh?
I do. I like when
Big
people
one.
have them. I prefer people have them to not having them. Rue, I mean, I feel like there's never going to be a time where we're like, oh, Rue looked terrible.
Yeah.
Unless Raven has the day off and Rue has to do her makeup herself. She'll always look good.
Oh, true. She's got a good team. We'll say that.
Wouldn't you love to see Rue do herself, though, at this point?
Yeah.
Because we're so used to her polished look. Rue would do her makeup and we'd be like, oh my God, what happened? Were you in an accident?
Those motor skills can't be there anymore.
No. Not when you do yoga 12 times a day. Your body's not ready for intricate movement.
And then frack for the other 12.
That's a full day.
That's a full day, Mary. She don't sleep.
Michelle Visage is reporting live from the debate. She's not actually on the judges panel. Did you notice who popped out behind Michelle?
Oh, yes. Miss Broccoli. Yeah.
God damn it.
Hi, Mom.
So
Saw
bad.
that. Very funny.
Hey, Dahlia. Good to see you. Very ha ha ha. We get to Choices 2020. Jeff Goldblum says Choices. Which is worth the whole episode as far as I'm concerned. Tatiana was...
She had already had hers.
Yes. They should just replace Rue saying that with him saying that, as far as I'm concerned. I wrote down basically like they're just main points. Crystal is leaning in again to her mullet, which she really has no choice. Go for it, girl. Be you.
This is your storyline.
Yeah.
Survive.
Or be El DeBarge. Whatever works. Heidi does her whole bridge the gap. I'm so sorry, Chan, if you ever get on the show. I'm sorry. When you get on the show, you're going to have to come up with something different. You can't lean on that gap.
I'm going to get my teeth fixed.
Okay, Trixie, Shay, Kim. Did Kim get hers fixed? She did, didn't she? Then we get to Widow. She says something about the hokey pokey. She says shablam something. It made no sense to me.
She was in and out.
Her overall performance reminded me very much of Latrice when they did season 4, where Latrice was like, I'm a very serious politician. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a politician. And that landed her in the bottom 2. And that's exactly what Widow did. So I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say Widow didn't watch season 4. Dita, turn this off.
Oh, how could you not watch it?
I don't think she watched season 4. I don't even think she knows who Willem is. I just think overall with Widow, love you, girl. But that was... I get what you were doing.
That was a stressful performance.
Right. She was taking the politics very seriously. Even at one point, she says something about, I'm going to split on the deficits. So I think she was trying to do dance moves in politics. Which, who do you think you are? Bernie Sanders? Because he did, you know how much he loves to dance.
I think you're thinking of Ellen.
Oh shit! You know what?
Ellen
I was
likes
thinking.
to
I was
dance.
thinking of Ellen. It was Ellen.
It was Ellen. Someone should have
so-
done like a Marianne Williamson approach, like someone who has no idea
Who's an alien?
who is an alien, who is trying so hard to blend in.
Then we had Jackie, who was Canadian, pretending she was American.
No.
Which ultimately they said got old, which maybe it did in the initial unedited version. But in the edited version, I thought it was pretty funny.
Ooh.
Man.
Someone died.
How are the
On
kittens?
my street.
Are they okay? Check them. I thought it was a pretty clever trick to do the Canadian thing. Which also, I'm going to address that now. I'm going to say that right now. Right here, right now. This is in my homosexual opinion. Opinions are biased. And I'm going to say it right now. I'm biased. This is not in my homosexual facts. This is not IMHF. So for everyone who's like saying that like I'm biased towards Jackie because I know her, yeah. I am. And what?
And what about it? I know someone on TV.
Chan, when you get on in a couple years and you pretend to not know me, I'm going to continue this channel. And all 4 people who continue to watch, I'm going to talk about you like I knew you.
That footage.
Gigi does the whole, I'm fashion. She calls herself a human girl, which was funny.
Yeah, definitely not a robot.
Yeah, she went kind of back to the robot thing, which Redacted Pie also went back to the Katharine Hepburn thing, which I'm sure was way more compelling in the UK edit. Her human girl line was really funny.
Yeah.
The rest of it, not so funny.
Do you remember when she walked and then Heidi said, "That walk's kind of stiff"?
Yeah. Jada said that she's gonna hustle for the bitches, which, honestly, had Elizabeth Warren said that in her campaign, that she was gonna hustle for the bitches, I think she'd be our nominee right now.
America doesn't deserve a good president.
No,
honestly.
we don't.
America deserves someone that reflects, like, the shitty majority.
And we have him. Thank you.
And we have, oh.
Someone say that they were gonna rebuttal, and then they were gonna retittle. So Jada said she's gonna retattle the retittle of the rebuttal. So good.
Yes.
Jada.
And there again, we see that yes and behavior. That yes and behavior that moves the content forward.
And she goes, yes, her hairline is awful, but so is her contour.
Look at that Second City training.
How many times have I said that about Alexis?
All the time. All the time.
Put me on TV. So they talk about vajazzling. Jeff Goldblum doesn't know what a vajazzle is, which I'm happy to show him.
I didn't know you had stones down there. I heard about the warts and the bumps and the bruises, but not the stones.
Bruises?
What?
You've been talking to your dad. Jada also had Jada had a lot of funny moments, but when she kind of got stumped, she was like, look over there.
It was kind of like an accidental funny moment. Like, she was just accidentally falling into these jokes, and I loved it. I loved that it just worked for her.
But she ran with it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that she necessarily had the intention for it to take on what it ended up taking on, which was her being confused, but it worked.
Someone called Jeff Goldblum dumb. Who was
Widow. That? Widow called Jeff Goldblum uneducated, and so Heidi fainted. She was so, like, upset by it. She fainted, which was such a good trick because you can't call the judge uneducated, ma'am. He did prove to be uneducated when we got to the critiques.
I mean,
but
yes.
Let's take it there. Let's do the runway first. Stars and Stripes Forever. Dun 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 dun. Okay.
If this comes out of my ear one more time, okay, it's gonna stick this time though. I'm shoving it hard.
Just call it Alicia Keys. It keeps on falling in and out of your ear. So I don't have the order that they were in. Crystal, she had on her red blazer and fedora with the stars on both. She had the blue skirt.
I thought that jacket was really cool. I do agree with what the judges were saying. It was a little bit too much, but it gave me like Uncle Sam meets American Auntie.
I thought it was cute. I mean, it's definitely Crystal vibes. I wasn't initially thrilled with kind of the flatter blue hair, but in the context of the entire thing, I don't know. I thought it was cute. We had Heidi as Betty Page / baton twirling lady.
Honestly, one of my favorite looks the best that she's looked, I think.
I loved her look last week, but yeah, I think the hair was stunning. I loved the sequin kind of baton twirling outfit. She had on the thigh-high boots. I thought she looked great.
She looked good. Mama had a good week.
Yeah, she's had 2 good weeks in a row. So
2 good weeks in a row.
Come on,
here she goes. Ooh, I hope she gets top 4.
Your mouth to God's ears. Gigi Washington. She was coming to
colonize the girls. Was she the one that took the Native American off the Land O'Lakes butter?
She did that. But you know what?
She disappeared
Here's the deal.
this week.
As a Republican woman, am I upset about it? Yeah, that's the only reason I bought that butter. But you know what I do? I don't go to Twitter and complain about it. I go to the store with my Sharpie and I draw her back on every box.
I would love to see what that illustration is.
Someone said, what an insanely white thing to be upset about. My butter's not racist enough anymore. But I also love people who said, removing the Native American and keeping the land. That sounds about white.
Oh.
Jackie came out. She had on the red striped caftan with the blue and white stars headscarf.
Hijab.
Stunning.
Stunning. That flow. Gorge.
And I know it's just a silly reality show on VH1, the network that brought you Rock of Love 2, but it's really amazing to see her live so out and proud with her heritage, with her mom possibly seeing it now.
This was a huge moment for her.
Yeah.
She's on like the biggest drag platform.
Yeah.
And she's showcasing her heritage and what drag has done for her, and I love it. I love it for her.
I was so proud of her, and I was so excited for her. Then we move on to Jada Essence Hall and her superhero, sexy, big titty outfit.
Giant shoulders, the stars coming up. She made that. Her talent knows no bounds. I love it.
She and Widow both have kind of the 3D stars, and I don't typically love the kind of 3D. They look almost like they're made of foam core. They look kind of like arts and craftsy. But I have to say, she and Widow both did a very good job of creating a professional looking cutout. It's not always done well, but they were both done so well.
I can't even draw the perfect star, even with the assist of the traditional how you draw it.
It's hard to draw me the perfect star.
Oh. Yeah, it is.
And then we had Widow. Widow, who took a very different approach. She had the black and white outfit stars. She had the Black Lives Matter, Black Panther outfit. I thought it was super smart. And it was so beautifully done. So.
Very impactful.
Yeah. And this may have been the episode that we lost you, Widow, but that was a look to go out on for sure.
It was great to see that the same episode that Gigi brought her white colonizer look. I was like, the beginning of America to where we are right now.
Oh, God. So good. We get to the critiques. We're down to so few girls now that they're all on stage for the critiques, which makes Untucked seem even longer now. Jackie Cox, she's talking about how disappointed she is in this country. It is such a beautiful, heart-wrenching, embarrassing as an American moment to watch. I just wanted to hug her and apologize. And no one should ever feel that way anywhere, but especially in the country that we call the land of the free. It's horrible.
They were listening, though.
Yeah, that's
I
also...
think we were all listening.
Yes. That was also the moment where Jeff Goldblum started to lose me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he brought up religion, that religion specifically being anti-woman, anti-gay. Is that really the point you want to make at this juncture?
Yeah.
Pointing out...
It's not even, like, related to what they were talking about.
He also, like, asked Gigi how she tucked.
Apparently she wasn't tucked.
What?
Apparently she wasn't tucked. That's what she said on Instagram. She was like, I actually wasn't tucked.
She must have had a lot of pads on. We find out the win is Jada.
Yeah!
So well deserved.
Another
Jada
one.
Essence Hall. Another one. Killing it. Don't you just love Jada?
I think she's everything.
So we get to the bottom. Gigi is safe. Again, another safe low for Gigi. I think this is probably the last we'll see of that. I think they've taught her lesson. I think she's gonna...
Yeah. They showed her.
They showed that Gigi. So the bottom are Widow and Jackie.
You know, the critique about Widow that Rachel Blue made about separating your art from yourself, I felt that. You felt that, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I felt that.
Every time I read a comment on our YouTube channel, anytime I start to get, like, palpitations, I think, I need to separate myself from this. I don't do it, but I tell myself I'm supposed to.
Whenever you hear something about your drag, it's so easy to take it as a personal insult, and it demotivates you. So that's just something that me and everyone else who's doing drag or doing some kind of creative art form has to remember.
Which is, again, why we say, do not tag the girls. When you tag someone, you're forcing them to see that, even if they're not in the right mental state to take that in and to be able to separate. Because we're not always in that space. But if you tag me, if you @ me on Twitter in a comment, that's immediately forcing me into participating in that.
There are real things that hurt people that you don't understand. Twitter isn't just some fake universe where you can just blurt out anything you want to say. Like, people read that and they take a lot of that stuff seriously.
Just be
So
respectful.
hold your act.
Be respectful.
Don't tag me. And use your common sense. Ooh.
Because that's the thing. They know they're signing up for it. They're putting their stuff out there. They know that people may comment, but they know the context of it, and they know that there are times where they can seek it out. And if they don't want to see it, they don't have to. So don't at them and force them to see it.
And that's your PSA. That's your
There
platform.
You go. Exactly. And don't do dope. Do I do dope? Nope. They do a lip sync to Firework by Miss Katharina Paris. Widow does great. Jackie does great. Jackie has a little more passion. I think she's feeling the weight of everything on her shoulders. It was a good lip sync overall, though, I think.
She performs every single line, pulled out a plastic bag, kicked it around.
Widow gets the boot. My first thought was, oh my God, Jan just got sent home by Widow, and then Widow immediately gets sent home. Jan was probably sitting at home going, God damn it. I felt okay to let Widow go. This was her time in the competition. I don't think there's anyone left that I would have chosen to leave before Widow. Good episode. So political, so now, so here. We do want to say thank you so much to the people who continue to donate to our Venmo. This quarantine has been extended another month. So we are thankful for everything that you are doing for us. Chan, you got a song?
Okay.
Thank you so much. What was that? Was that
The
Destiny's
Star
Child?
Spangled Salad.
Oh, yes. Also, to our patrons, we love you so much. Patreon, we can't do it without you. Truly, you have changed. You've changed our lives, Patreon. And I like to think that we've changed yours. For the worse, some of you. You have not heard her wheezing this whole time, so we want to give you plenty of time to take in that wheeze. It is time for the Intern Minute with Alexis P. Burbles. Alexis?
Hello and welcome to Intern Minute. My name is Intern Alexis P. Bevels. Today, the P stands for pocket squares. I'd like to start off with a very serious note, touching on something Chan said earlier in the episode. I just want to say, and I mean this with all of my heart, I love Keanu Reeves. What's Tower 7? Talking about the mini challenge, Dixie, did have a sandbox. I remember I asked my dad for like a playhouse, like treehouse vibes, like door, closed, rug, whatever. But it was like an open, just like two side slats of wood. It was very open. It was very open plan, and that wasn't for me. But underneath it was a sandbox, and I remember, you know how in elementary school that you could dig, and if you dig farther enough, you go all the way to China. And so I said, I got a few hours. That mini challenge, I would say it was literally the silliest thing I'd ever seen. Chan and youngsters, let me introduce you to the world of Xanadu. The Greek gods decide that they need to come down to Earth in the 80s and help a man achieve his dreams of opening up a roller disco. So this one goddess, is her name Kaya? She comes down to Earth and she does Jennifer Lopez and talks like an Australian, and she does help the guy, but then they fall in love, and there's she's in roller skates the whole time, and there's fun dance numbers and singing numbers, and it's great. It's really great. Jennifer Lopez. It's really great work. In defense of Jackie, I want to say this. In the debate, I think improvisational comedy is all about yes and, right? But I think the judges kind of noped her really quick. because I think it could have been a moment like, oh, I let Canada slip. Oh, like if everyone had just let it go, and then at the end they would have been like, "Are you from Canada?" And then she could have been like, "Fine, you've got me," or whatever. I think it could have built, but they figured it out right away what she was doing, and then they kind of noped her. And I think it's hard to communicate with people what you want in a scene, but you know. I think it could have been better. That does it for Intern Minute. Thank you so much for watching. And bye. I don't know. What do I say?
Every week, she just gets more and more erratic.
I love the opinions. Very opinionated.
Should we call someone? I would call her parents, but they don't care.
I would call the fashion line, Mama.
We will be back next week with some more hot takes. Just remember, keep it greasy, keep it Republican. We love you. Bye.
I love this couch. I love this couch.
Isn't it so microfiber?
It's so comfy. But what's that brown stain near where you're sitting? That's weird.
It's poop. Hello, I'm Dixie Lynn Cartwright, mother of 3, heart disease survivor, and quarantine thriver. Now, you may not think that being in drag during quarantine is actually a benefit, but wow, don't you sound like a stupid bitch. Being in drag in quarantine is great, and I'll show you why.
Dinner is almost ready. Will you set the table, babe?
I can't. I'm in drag.
Ooh, babe. You gotta take me to the hospital. I just cut myself.
Oh, I wish I could. I'm in drag.
Hey, babe. Before you come to bed, can you take the dog out?
I wish I could, but I'm in drag. So put on your makeup, find a wig that still fits, and stay in. Corona may stop you from getting close to your friends, but it can't stop you from neglecting those in your own home.
He's always in drag.